Hare Krishna. The Srimad Bhagavatam is such a beautiful transcendental literature which carries many pastimes of the Lord and His devotees. And it is filled with the descriptions of the Lord's nature, His character, His qualities, His activities, His pastimes, and how He interacts with His devotees. And how devotees feel great love for Him and separation from Him whenever He leaves them and goes to another place. And when He returns, how the devotees very lovingly welcome Him, receive Him back. Like Krishna is leaving Hastinapur in the 10th chapter of the first canto. And all the Hastinapur Vasis are feeling great separation, they are weeping. And in the 11th chapter you will see Krishna is entering into Dwaraka. And all Dwaraka Vasis are receiving Krishna with great joy. Another place you see Akrura entering Vrindavan, feeling great longing to meet Krishna. Similarly, another place you see Krishna returning to his own abode, Goloka. After which, in the 15th chapter of the first canto, you will see Arjuna lamenting the loss of his most dear friend and mentor and guide and philosopher, Krishna. And in this way, you go to many sections of Bhagavatam, you will see when Krishna is leaving Vrindavan to go to Mathura, the Vrajavasis are longing for him. And when he is leaving Dwaraka to go to Vrindavan, the Dwarakasis are longing for him. So Bhagavatam is such a beautiful literature that the meeting and separation of Lord and the devotees is a central theme of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And another central theme is the Lord's name, form, qualities, pastimes, activities are very vividly described. And how all the 33 crore devatas are like tiny atoms at his lotus feet. And that is evident in the Rukmini's prayer. I was telling one of the prayers yesterday. Now one more prayer I'll tell you. Yasyangri pankaja rajasnapanam mahanto vanchantyumapatirvatmatamopahatyai yariham bujakshanalabheya bhavat prasadam jahyamasun pratakrishan shatajanmabhisyat. This is the last verse of Rukmini's letter to Krishna. She is telling, Yasyangri pankaja rajasnapanam mahanto. Angri means lotus feet. She is telling that, my dear Krishna, the dust particles falling from your lotus feet are most sought by even great personalities like Umapati. Who is Umapati? Lord Shiva. Vanchanti Umapatir ivatmatamopahatyai. Even such personalities like Shiva want to destroy the ignorance in their heart by taking the dust particles from your lotus feet on his head. And then she is telling, Yariyam bujakshanalabheya bhavat prasadam. And because you are such a great personality that even Brahma, Indra, Chandra, Shiva, they are all coming and taking your shelter. As it is said elsewhere in the Bhagavatam, it is said, Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutas Tunvanti Divyaistavai Vedai Sangabadakramopanishadair Gayantiyam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyantiyam Yogino Yasyantam Navidu Sura Swaraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namo. So all the, so not only Sura Ganas means all the hosts of crores of demigods are at your lotus feet. Brahma, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, Agni, everybody. So because you are such a great person and I am such a lowly soul, she is telling about herself. That is Rukmini, who is the Ardhangini of the Lord. She is half the body of the Lord and she is saying like that. And she is saying, if need be, I am ready to perform austerities for 100 lifetimes. She is telling that. Yarhyam bujakshanalabheya bhavat prasadam jahyam asun pratakrashan shatajanma visyat. Shatajanma means 100. 100 lifetimes I will do austerities to attain you as my husband, as my master, she is telling. Why you want to attain me? Krishna may ask. She is telling, in this world, man and woman are attracted to each other, but what are these bodies? She is telling these bodies are made of mustaches and beards and bile, mucus, air, flesh and bones. these bodies are such kind of bodies, abominable, obnoxious bodies, which is a chemical bundle, and which is also destined to perish, and it's becoming a food for the jackals, or becomes a pile of ashes, or mixes with the sand. I don't want to be connected to such bodies in this world and chase after those bodies to embrace them and smell them. But your body is Sachidananda Swarupam, and it is made of spiritual substance, and you are imperishable, your glories are imperishable, your qualities are imperishable, your pastimes are unlimited. Therefore, any living entity, if he is intelligent, that living being will not seek after any hero other than your lotus feet, she is telling. This is Rukmini's prayer. So in this way, Rukmini was a very intelligent devotee, and Lord's Ardhangini, better half of the Lord. But she is portraying the role of how a jiva should aspire to attain the lotus feet of Krishna. And she is constantly chanting Krishna's names at every moment, waiting for him. And Krishna definitely came and took her and made her his Patarani, one of the 5 prominent queens. Similarly, all of us jivas, by studying the Srimad Bhagavatam, we will develop that attraction for the Lord and feeling of separation from the Lord, and develop the eagerness to attain the Lord, which is called as Shunyayitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahename. And that kind of spiritual feeling is awakened, and the material consciousness is nullified by the chanting of the holy name and hearing of the holy fame. These 2 activities are the most prominent activities prescribed for the jivas of Kali Yuga, which is a very simple activity, but which should be undertaken very faithfully on a daily basis. If one does that, eventually one will come to the gold standard of awakening the love for the Lord and feelings of separation from Him. Such a personality has no affinity for the material longings of the material world. People are singing so many love songs and love movies and love novels and love affairs, and they are crying for the broken love foolishly, and that happens in every species of life, whether one is a dog or a cockroach or a pig and human being. That material romance is nullified to zero at the time of death, whereas the spiritual romance, our attraction for the Lord, is eternal phenomenon. It's everlasting activity, and therefore we chant the holy name in the morning in japa, and then we hear the holy fame in the Srimad Bhagavatam class, which should be a daily activity, and anyone who does it faithfully, sincerely, very soon will come to the platform of awakening the bhakti, which is dormant in the heart of every jiva. Harinam Prabhu ki, Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Program ki. Let's offer our humble obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord, who are just like desert trees or ocean of mercy, full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti vaishnava vrinda ki, Vaishnava Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki, Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki,